I've been thinking a lot about affirmations lately and the power words have on how we feel about ourselves. Have you ever caught yourself undervaluing what you were capable of because self doubt and insecurities take over your mind? And when this happens, you struggle to turn these negative thoughts around? I have, and it annoys the hell out of me. So much so, I have been diving deeper into the concept of how affirmations work and how they might positively affect our thinking patterns. To be honest, I've always considered affirmations to be fluffy self talk statements for inner peace, but I found there's nothing fluffy about them. Affirmations are extremely beneficial in how we approach life and are like exercises for our mind and outlook. Generally, they are used to manifest goals, dreams, or experiences we desire. Learning more about the use of affirmations made me very aware of the power words have on us and how they can either make or break our experiences. When, for example, someone else tries to define you by telling you what you suck at, it helps to bring out a list of things you are proud of that affirm who you are and what you're good at. So instead of letting anyone else have the power to define you, you can do it yourself. Affirmations therefore help you in owning who you are no matter what others think about you. But how do we actually take charge of what's happening in our minds? When turning negative thoughts around, how do we go about changing our language? To figure this out, I started looking for exercises on how to train our brains to reprogram our thinking patterns and internalize positive affirmations. All of our self-talk, our inner dialogue, is a stream of affirmations, so it seems wise to tilt toward what's positive. In my search, I stumbled across a popular TEDx talk by therapist Marissa Peer. Marissa explains changing your language is about more than positive thinking. It's about collaborating with your mind. You have to change your thinking and change your words because the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself will change your whole experience. That's all you have to do. Whatever you tell your mind, it believes, so tell it better things. She uses the powerful example of Muhammad Ali and the way he collaborated with his own mind to become the greatest boxer of all time. It's people's fear that stops them taking on challenges. I told myself I was the greatest before I even was. I believed in myself, and guess what? I became the greatest. Muhammad Ali was very specific in the words he chose to motivate himself to become the greatest. He would have never ever become the best if he would have told himself he was too tired, too weak, too small, too skinny. He repeated to himself he had what it takes to become the best. So he worked hard for it and made it true. So next to training his body day in and day out, Ali spent a massive amount of time on training his mind. It's the repetition of affirmation that leads to belief. By making it a daily practice, these positive mental repetitions can reprogram our thinking patterns and help us to think and act differently over time. For me, climbing outside is a perfect medium for accessing the mind and body connection. Up on a boulder, it's all about the breath, inner dialogue, acceptance of risk, decision making. In the past, I used to spend a lot of time training my body, but in order to improve my climbing and enjoy it more, I know I need to spend time on training my mind as well. This sport is all about tapping into your own mind and body connection. But not only in sports is this mental practice important. Both on a business and personal level, these techniques are key in creating your life experiences. As a new business owner, living in times in which everything is measurable is pretty discouraging when you're just starting out. It's so easy to conclude you suck when it comes to reading the stats. So mental toughness is really important in staying motivated. And to feel good about myself, my personal strengths, and my personality, it helps to repeat to myself what I'm proud of and to redirect my focus to all things positive. But telling my mind better things takes effort, so that's why it's important to turn this practice into a habit to make it stick. Therefore, let me share with you the routine that I have come up with to stick with this habit of repeating to myself what's going well and what things I want to internalize. Because it's the repetition of affirmation that leads to belief. I use a normal journal for writing my affirmations down. I like to use blank pages because I also like to make little drawings to express how I want to feel, or add nice graphics to add to the journal a positive vibe. Before I start writing things down, I like to set a timer for at least 50 minutes to block this specific time and dedicate it to writing. To make it a habit, I try to block this time around the same hour every day so I don't forget about it. First, I start with writing down any insecurities or fears I may experience so that I can get those out of my mind onto paper. I try to keep this short and clear. Then I spend all of my focus and energy on the things I can write down about myself or an experience that are solution based and positive. This means I sum up what I can do to tackle any worries I might experience. For example, I will be moving somewhere new, but I'm afraid I won't make any friends. I will start writing down all the things I can undertake to meet new people. After this, I will write down things I've done in the past or during the day, depending on what you want to internalize to feel good about yourself, that has made me feel proud. For example, I try to think of another time I had to make new friends in a new setting. I'll do the same for things that make me feel confident and have made me feel good during the day, such as doing an exercise, reading a book, a good hair day, or helping out a friend. I end with an affirming sentence, such as a quote from a writer I adore or a nice graphic or drawing that speaks to me. To me, spending time on short affirmation exercises and making it a daily practice seems like a game changer. I've only been doing this for about 2 months now, but I've already experienced a shift in my confidence and productivity. So for anyone interested in building the most fantastic collaboration with your mind, I highly recommend spending just a few minutes every day on writing down your best qualities. This way you'll let affirmations reprogram your thinking patterns so that over time you can begin to think and act differently. I hope sharing my experience and my routine with you can help you start training your mind more regularly and turn it into a habit. You're affirming and creating your life experiences with every thought and word, so make sure to not give negative self-talk any chance. Go buy yourself a nice small journal you can take with you and start today. Thanks for being here, and until next time.